everybody, it's Amelia. So I'm back. I got to talk on the phone for a good while to somebody, and I finished making my black beans, and I've started on my potato soup for Joel, and I wanted to talk about my Ben Folds experience. Everybody knows that I was really excited about getting to see Ben Folds in concert, because he is absolutely, positively my favorite singer and musician of all time, just hands down. In fact, this is a t-shirt from the concert that night, Ben Folds, Way to Normal. Apparently when he was in Hiroshima, Japan, he walked off the front of the stage because he couldn't see because the lights are on him. He stopped, fell off the end of the stage and hit his head and had to go to the hospital. And this is his brain, I guess. My mom looked at it and said, oh, he's just so brilliant and artistic. You can just tell by all the colors. She's cute. Okay. So February 23rd, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was Monday, just before that day. And my stomach was killing me. Like, it had several other times the past couple months. And I was going to be like, okay, please, not now, not today. I get to meet Ben Folds. This isn't fair. So I was going to try to tough through it. And I went, nope, let me hurry up and go right now to the emergency room and see if they can fix it so I can hurry up and get to the concert. So I went to the emergency room, and again, they gave me an IV with morphine and checked everything they thought they could check. And then they told me, oh well, stomach virus again, whatever, go home, again. So I got at the hospital like 8 that morning, and I got out about 2 in the afternoon. And my mom was with me in the hospital because she drove up because she was going to go with me to the Ben Folds concert. And since I was drugged with pain medicine and nausea medicine, my mom drove us to Asheville. So we drove to Asheville. It was so cold. Oh my gosh, it was so cold. And my mom was such a trooper. She stood in line for me to get our, we had to get the will call tickets. And went to the Orange Peel in North Carolina. It's a very cool venue. And the stage is over there. Right in front of you. And in the back of the room, there's a row of bar stools. Now, had I not been miserable, in pain, and drugged, I would have done everything in my power to get to the very front row, because Ben Folds is wow. Yes, very excited. But I got myself a bar stool. My mom got one too. And they had 2 bands that opened, and I don't know what they were. Something Paper Tiger or something. Some bands opened. And what happened was, because of the Lortab and the Finnegan, I was so tired and so weak, and I just kept leaning over and falling asleep on my mom, and then I'd wake up. And I don't remember much of this. But basically, I just fell asleep on my mom and woke up dozens of times. And every time I wake up, I'd be like, my stomach hurts so much. And my mom would be like, I know, baby, it's okay. And I would just fall back to sleep. And then, I woke up for a couple songs, and if I sang really hard and stood up on my bar stool really high, I could see Ben Folds. I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. I do know that I got up and sang with him a lot, but then would sit down and fall back to sleep. I don't remember the concert at all. That was Monday. Finally, he played forever. If I had been totally awake and power, full of power, it'd have been so awesome. So he literally played from 10 p.m. to 1 in the morning. So when it was over, everybody started kind of dispersing, and there was 10 people who won the ability to go to the meet and greet. So they got us together, let it clear out some. They took us in the back, and in comes Ben Folds. He had changed shirts and put on a sweater and had a hat on. He just had a different outfit on when he did the concert. And he just stood there and Mom didn't know how to use the camera, so like she missed like the first like 10 minutes where he was just talking about all kinds of cool stuff about how he'd go to these vinyl shops and buy like these records, and we missed a large chunk that was really cool. But I finally got her to do it correctly, and that's how I got the 12-minute video that's up on my page right now. I already knew that I liked Ben Folds, but he was such a genuinely kind, brilliant, funny, just cool, the coolest, mellowest, neatest guy ever. Like, he was just, they told us specifically you could have one thing signed, it's going to be 10 minutes, blah, blah. He stayed with us probably almost half an hour. He was just so friendly and talkative, and all I could think was, I want a hug. I want a hug. And if you watch the video, I waited and waited and waited, and finally when it came time to sign things, I asked for a hug, and I got it. And if it wasn't for Mom videoing it, it might have even not happened as far as I can tell, because I can't remember anything. I was so tired and so sick and so much in pain. And by the point we drove home from Asheville, I took another dose of Lortab and vinegar and fell asleep and woke up as Mom was pulling into the driveway of my house. And I went to bed. We woke up the next morning. I was feeling a little bit better. And so we went to Olive Garden, and I had one little, not even a whole bowl of soup, potato soup. And then I went to bed, my mom left, and when Joel came home that night, I had some cheese, and that was it. From Tuesday on, after the cheese, nothing else. Wednesday, I just basically took my Lortab and my Phenergan and just slept the entire day. And when Joel came home Wednesday night, I told him I'm in so much pain. I need to go to the emergency room. And he said, well, they're just going to keep telling you the stupid stuff, and they're not going to listen. They don't know what they're talking about anyway, because they've not figured out what's wrong with you. They're just going to give you more medicine. And so he's like, fine, let's go, fine. Because he likes to go to bed early, and this was already at 9 o'clock at night. So we go to the emergency room, I sign in and sit down, and we're sitting there, and Joel's just like, this isn't going to do anything, right? So I looked at him and I said, fine. I'll wait till tomorrow, whatever. I went home, I took some more pain medicine, I was in a lot of pain, I went to sleep, and when I woke up 7 o'clock in the morning the next morning, Thursday, I felt a little better, and I went, well, maybe I will go to work. And Joel's like, and he walks up to me with a glass of orange juice and goes, take a sip of this. Took a sip. Instantly, I was violently ill. I had to get up and throw up the sip of orange juice, and up came the cheese from the day before, and I was just like, oh God. Oh no, the cheese from 2 days before, because nothing was going anywhere, so we went to the hospital Thursday morning. I check in, I tell them my story. They have the nerve to tell me, well, if you hadn't eaten in 2 days, you'd be tachycardic. And I was like, I'm sorry that I'm not tachycardic, but I am quite ill, please. And after sitting in that room for an hour, I stuck my head out and was like, please, somebody please give me some liquids. I'm really dehydrated. I know that I'm in a bad shape. Your doctor will be there in a minute. So finally they came in, I talked to a doctor, I got some fluids, and they came in there, we're going to do a CT scan. I'm like, I've already had a CT scan 2 weeks before, and I was like, no, there's no way I'm holding 2 big glasses of barium down for an hour and a half. I just threw up one sip of orange juice this morning. Alright. So they left the room, they come back and go, we're going to do an upper GI. So I go do the upper GI. And then instantaneously, it's right into the ER. Total panic mode. Because they'd seen how bad it was. Now, this was Thursday. I woke up, I had my surgery, I had 24 staples up my front. Mind you, I had tickets for Atlanta to see Ben Folds, and I kind of had hoped to be better by Friday so that I could actually be awake to see Ben Folds. But no. I was in a hospital bed in unbelievable agony, and all I could think from 10 p.m. till 1 in the morning was, Ben Folds is on a stage right now in the Tabernacle. Ben Folds is playing music and I'm not hearing it. Wonder what song Ben Folds is playing right now. And I'm totally missing it. I have a ticket and I'm in a hospital. And I didn't even know at that point how bad the situation was, because they weren't telling me. They weren't telling me anything. Like, they were just like, oh, you're doing better. And they moved me to another hospital because they had more doctors on the weekend, and that hurt to the ends of the earth. And then I was in the hospital for 8 days. Unbelievable. So, yeah. But I did get to meet Ben Folds. And I do remember that he was super kind and super handsome. He's so cute. He's like, seriously, so adorable and so brilliant and so awesome. And just naturally awesome. So that was it. So that's my Ben Folds experience. I've been meaning to tell you guys about it for a while. And I bought a t-shirt, another t-shirt with short sleeves. And I literally wore it around my house the first week I came home from the hospital like it was my blankie. It's like I wore it like every day. I loved it. And I love this one too. They're really soft. So anyways, that's my Ben Folds story. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you later.